Hello, everybody. My name is Ruffle-Deignan. I'm a support engineer at Listen Inc. And today I'd like to show you the offline menu in SoundCheck and how it can be used as a way to use the power of steps inside sequences outside of a sequence. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the offline menu up here. And really what the offline menu is a way to just run those steps that you normally have in a sequence just standalone. And these are the different step types available. So what I've done to prepare for this is to open up some sample data as curves and as waveforms. And I've done that by using the data tab up here, open data, and in this data folder in the root of the SoundCheck install, I grabbed the headphone sequence and the statistics curves. So the first thing I want to illustrate is something called the offline tab here. So this is a offline display tab. And basically when we have no sequence open here, we are able to create XY graphs at will, waveform graphs and whatnot. And it's really a scratch pad for testing out different algorithms and configurations of steps. And you can actually save those configurations so that you can use them again as a step template in a sequence. So let's take a look at some step types that we can use offline. So one of the first that's really interesting and not known about a lot is the statistics step. So I'm going to click statistics and we see a bunch of examples here and I'll click offline. So everything we have in this data folder right here, when I have data selected, are curves that we have in the memory list. So I'll go ahead and I'll select all of these curves. And what I can do with this step is I can apply different statistical functions and get the results of those back into my memory list as well. So I'm going to find the mean of all of this data right here. So I've selected all these curves right here, and let's hit apply. And I can see that there is a mean curve that appeared in my memory list with all my other curves. So what I'll go do is I will close this step and we can see my mean curve right there, and I'll drag it onto here. This is the original data set, and I will just change the color of my mean curve. And we can see that that mean curve is sitting roughly amongst the middle of all the other curves. I've just made them different line types and colors so the red can stand out a little bit. All right, so next what I'd like to show is offline analysis of waveforms. So we go to the offline tab again, we click analysis, and let's start off with something basic. So I have this fundamental step that I've selected. So we have this fundamental, and as we can see, it's populating some data that I've grabbed as waveforms. So I'm just going to change this stimulus to the actual stimulus file from the waveform data. And here's the right channel of my recorded time waveform for an ear sim. So right now it's just, I selected the fundamental template and we'll hit apply. We can see that this fundamental is the calculated result here. But let's say I wanted to maybe see some other type of data, like for example, THD. We could go to harmonic track and select THD and a few different harmonics. Then I can hit apply. And we see that there are different curves generated from that new step. And now we have some THD data available. So lastly, let's say that I liked this configuration of this harmonic track analysis step. What I can do is I can click Save As and give it a new name. Then I will save it. And next time I go to create a sequence, I can see that that is a new step type right there. So I hope some of you learned something from this video about how to use the offline analysis step and how it can be very powerful for making back of the napkin calculations in SoundCheck to achieve some quick results with step types without having to go about making a sequence to do so.
But perhaps you could VPN in and access your data, get it from a coworker, and still be able to apply statistical functions and analysis using SoundCheck.
Thank you for watching.